A play of the game from way down.
Two, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
a team wipe.
The living bombs going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bombstastic gonna find Rainer. What is up, Twitch? How you doing tonight? It's your boy Murda hanging out here with a couple more NGS teams ready to battle it out tonight. We got Division C East tonight. It's Zombie Step up against the PrimeApes. Already in our lobby. They're waiting for me. I've been waiting for you. We're all waiting for each other. I'm gonna let them know we're ready to go, but before we hop in, let's quickly talk about these map bans tonight. PrimeApes winning the toss, opting for the first map pick in game number 1. They banned away Dragonshire and Sky Temple, and on the other side, Zombie Step took away Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass. And here for game number 1, the PrimeApes are going to be bringing us into the battlefield of eternity. Tonight, I'm joined by my colleague and good friend, the Green Mist. How are you doing tonight, Green? He's doing well. Hopefully you guys at home are doing well. Also, looking at chat, a lot of new follows ticking in. Cookie Monster 90, Jimma TV. We had Mid Lane Food and Andre Gers. Thank you so much for all those follows. We're now just 4 followers away from reaching 1,100 followers on this channel. An amazing accomplishment if we could make that total tonight. So if you're sitting out there and you're not yet following, nothing to wait for. Go ahead and hit that follow button now. Plenty of NGS casting all season long. I believe this is match number 18. And then later tonight, for the second half of our double header, will be match number 19? Something like that. It's a lot. So if you want to watch NGS, this is the place to be. I guarantee you we're going to have the most by the end of the season. I'm not going to let that slip through my fingers at this point. So if you want all the action, here is where you need to be. And we're ready for game number 1. And there's another follow. This one coming in from Elixia. Thank you so much for that follow. Now at 1,096, if the count is correct. First ban tonight will belong to Zombie Step, as this was the map selection of PrimeApes. We're going to be playing on Battlefield of Eternity. A lot of heroes get a little bit stronger here on this map, including Artanis, who was recently buffed up the other day. You have some other picks like the Greymane that could be pretty good, but it looks like we have a disconnect. And we're going to have to restart that draft in just a second. I don't know what the disconnect was all about. Guys, got to restart on wrong account. My bad. Okay. One of the players starting up must have been on their alternate account. Muay Thai Kid. We'll see which one they hop on for the match. Thank you for following the rules, I guess. Zombie Step could have easily slipped through with an alternate account, and our head mod Ektar might have been a little bit upset. So glad to see this is going to get resolved before the match even starts. Didn't get to see any bans yet, so still no idea what these teams want to do on BOE. But started talking a bit about Artanis. A little bit about Greymane. I think they're going to be really strong in this draft, and would love to see one of these teams pick up one, if not both of these heroes. Also, might end up seeing some Sylvanas. Seen a lot of Li Ming recently. She could be great at poking down these Immortals. And maybe the last hero I think we might end up seeing is something like a Deathwing. If Deathwing falls through this draft, he can be really good fighting over the Immortal, because none of those stuns really do anything to him. He takes the damage, sure, but he's not going to get stunned, and he can be a menace standing on top of him, defending or fighting with his team. Zombie Salami has joined us, aka Muay Thai Kid. And I think we're going to be ready in just a moment. NGS should air the DK rap every time we win a map. Okay. I'll let them know I'm ready to go for the second time here. We're about to kick it off. Game number 1-ish. We might need to restart this lobby. Oh, nope. There we go. Battlefield of Eternity. Let me fix this really quick. Kind of bugs me how this cuts me off. Where is it? Here it is. Unlock. unlock? Okay, it's unlocked. Wait, so much better. Now my like shoulder, oh, it's this shoulder. Now the shoulder's here a bit more. Oh, felt like I kept getting chopped off right here. All right, 15 seconds left. I think this is where we left off. So, you didn't see any of that. It's a little smoke and mirrors. Zombie step on the clock, waiting to make this pick, and it is Zombie Salami back from break, banning out the Stukov. Gonna flip it on over to the PrimeApes now. G Prime, the one running the band crown this evening, the captain for the PrimeApes. They got the little Pokemon logo. I like it. Haven't seen that Pokemon in a long time. Not so popular, I don't imagine, in some of the newer sets. The PrimeApe I'm specifically talking about, if you don't know. There's Vala being taken away, a pretty strong racer, but a hero who's kind of fallen through the cracks of the meta. You don't see her picked as often. It's hard to keep her up without something like a Tassadar shield anymore. Vala hyper carry and the whole idea and theory behind it just doesn't seem, in my opinion, to be all that valuable anymore. ETC going to be taken out now by Zombie Step. But I wonder if they're going to continue to ban out these auto attackers. Maybe the Greymane also is going to fit into the ban right here for them. And I'd be just fine with that, leaving up a few power heroes that they'd be able to get their own selection after we see the first pick from Zombie Step. But 3 seconds left for them to make this first pick, or a second ban, I should say, before the first pick. It's going to be Blaze. Okay, so what's Zombie Salami thinking? They're thinking about the Greymane. I talk about it, and they take it. Okay. I think it's Greymane's strongest map, in my opinion. A lot of kill power, and definitely can help out on the camps. You could even swing up and run a solo lane if you really needed to. 2 picks now for PrimeApes. Trying to respond to the Greymane. That Deathwing, not really an option for them anymore. They're going to grab Raynor. That could be Exterminator for G Prime, and Mal'Ganis for the front line, picked up by Frozen. Honestly, I wouldn't hate if they just grab the Deathwing right here. Why not? You have the Greymane. They're not going to do it, though. They want the Jaina and Tyrande picking up their healer, getting the rest of their assassin power picked up, already showing their ranged sustain damage, and then also picking up this ranged burst mage. Yeah. Are they leaving themselves too open to being counterpicked here? Not necessarily. But they won't be able to pick anything to counter the other team from the assassin position. One ban remains for the Zombie Steps. And I would think they want to take out a healer here. They already have their Tyrande. Mal'Ganis showing as a tank on the other side. Might make sense to ban out something like an Ana. Maybe even like a Rhaegar. Oh, I gotta drink some water. Who threw that one at me? Cookie Monster. And the wild card. I owe you guys 2. Okay, this one's complete. First one. As the final ban is on Zeratul. And then the second hydrate request was from the wild card. This one's for you now.
Oh, this is my jam!
Chen and Lucio now picked up by the PrimeApes. They're going to show their solo lane, pick up a strong support in Lucio. Lucio could be really good up against the Ring of Frost if they do get stuck in there, walk in with the barrier and shut down the potential kills that Jaina could be able to get. 2 picks though, Zombie Salami and Gingimex. It's Arthas and Dahaka. So I actually got to cast a Dahaka game last night, the final game between Essence Gaming and Cosmos. My favorite hero to play in the game, Dahaka. I had a lot of fun with him when I used to play the solo lane back in oh god, Season 5. It's been a long time since I've been a player. But Dahaka was one of my mainstays. Love the guy, and recently got a little bit of buff on his wave clear, his W ability. So a little bit more viable running the solo lane, and final pick available still is the Li Ming for Haiba. And if you guys have ever visited my channel before, you know I gotta ask you guys at home who you're here rooting for. So I'm gonna open up a poll, and I encourage you guys to vote. And it's a simple question. Who will win Game 1? Will it be Zombie Step, or will it be PrimeApes? And the poll is open. Head on over to chat up at the top. Hit the little drop down arrow to reveal the choices. Select the team you want to win, and make sure you hit submit. Your votes are going to be tabulated right up there, if you can see at the top of the screen. 100% of the vote already for Zombie Step, but plenty of time left to vote. And maybe throw out a message in chat too, so I know why you're picking this team. Are you just here lurking maybe, or are you a loud and proud supporter of one of these squads? Let us know in chat by participating and throwing out some kind words for your friends, maybe your fellow division mates and or rivals. I'm excited for this one though. Got to cast a couple Division C East matches already. It's been a fun, strong division so far, and over the past few seasons, Division C has really been where it's at for NGS, so should be a lot of fun tonight. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's load on into game number 1. And I'll introduce this team on the left-hand side. Coming out of the back of base, there's Tyrande, played by Zombie Zombie, and Jaina, played by Zombie Bombi. Gingimex on the Dahaka, Zombie Salami on the Arthas, and Twong playing the Greymane. Make some noise for Zombie Step.
Begins in 10 seconds.
What's up, Ektar? And over here on the right-hand side, the captain, G-Prime, going to be playing Raynor, Frozen on the Mal'Ganis. Haiba doing some B-steps for us on Li Ming. This is 11th on the Lucio, and in the top lane, playing that solo spot, it's Joshua Scott on the Chen. Ladies and gentlemen, they're known as the PrimeApes. Level 1 talents up on the screen, and of course it's going to be the Exterminator for Raynor here on Battlefield of Eternity. Going to help them a lot in the race and give them a lot of extra wave clear from what might be a limited wave clear composition. Having this Li Ming, she's not the strongest herself, really has to be precise with her orbs to get value on these waves. Already Argus trying to be a pest, and with that Blizzard on top of G-Prime, 160 health, almost falling, and actually does go down. Jaina able to walk in with that Frostbolt right at the end, securing first blood of the game before the 40-second mark. Off to a great start. It's the Zombie Steps. Top lane, let's check out this matchup. It is Dahaka versus Chen. And already it appears as though Joshua Scott getting the better of this exchange. Dahaka a little bit slow this early in the game. Not having a lot of essence yet to play aggressive either. So Gingimex going to have to play careful for now. And doing just that, protecting the wall and clearing these minions right in front of him. Back in the bottom lane here. Neither side looking at the siege camp as of yet. And then it's Haiba playing out on the front line with this Li Ming. Very aggressive positioning from them. But good positioning for the orb. Is he connecting onto multiple minions in the wave. Is now Frozen to re-engage. Almost got into some trouble as this Arthas being a bit of a bully in the solo lane, setting up a lot of slows to help out Jaina, help out Greymane get in there, and maybe most importantly, have a target for Tyrande to shoot with that Lunar Flare. Starting to think about this siege camp. You see both teams kind of poking in at it and taking a peek, but no one going to start it up yet as the wave clear is going to continue, waiting for level 4s. We do have a bit of a fight up top. Here's a drag on the Chen, but instantly leaping back behind the minion and starting to drink up some more of that brew. Sentinel going to try to scout out that vent, but no one standing in there. Greymane going to make the split over to the Bruiser camp at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We will get the announcement for the first Immortal of the game as maybe another fight taking place up top. Here's Chen right on top of Dahaka while he's in that Dark Swarm. Needs to be careful from that. As we do see the pickup at level 1 is Enduring Swarm. Going to give him a bit more survivability and also Hero Stalker, so extra stuff when the Dark Swarm is hitting those enemy heroes. Really the only pick in my opinion here on Battlefield of Eternity, because you're fighting so often inside this center lane jungle area. No minions nearby to collect essence, so for Dahaka having access to Hero Stalker, it's going to help him stay in a lot of these fights a lot longer. Double camp pushing bottom lane, and just a single camp pushing the top lane for the PrimeApes, who's now frozen, maybe caught out by Arthas, being chased down, but the Feldclaws going to keep him out of that Howling's Blast. Here's the follow-up route from Tarana, hitting 3 heroes. But look at all the burst damage from Leeming, sending 3 heroes backing up Chen, trying to leap on the backline. Jaina becoming the first death of the game for the zombie steppers. And that might be it. Halftime's going to be pushed by the PrimeApes, looking good during this first objective. Now we're watching Leeming working on the push along with Raynor. You see the Exterminator is here. But showing up in response to Haka. Big drag onto G-Prime. Gingy-Mech's gonna get stunned out and killed though by a nice stun of Mal'Ganis. Follow-up was there from Leeming. Now looking for more on the Arthas. Zombie Talambi has got to be careful. Stunned out once again by Mal'Ganis. And Chen gonna finish the job. A double kill for the PrimeApes and their first objective of the game. Being picked up very quickly, just 4 minutes and 20 seconds off this clock. In which direction's it going? It's going to the top lane. Chen's going to be up there, and it looks like the rest of the team going to be willing to push here in the bottom lane with just a Dahaka in their face. That's Gingy-Mechs. Gonna have to deal with a big minion wave and a lot of burst damage from Leeming. Gotta be careful, Dahaka. This is a hard one to clear out in front of the wall. Looking at the top lane, this Immortal is here. Looks like the slam not going to be on the wall. A bit unfortunate if you're a member of PrimeApes, but they are going to get a little bit of value onto these towers. Both of them fall. The wall might go down as well. Looks like it will, as Chen is harassing that Arthas. Let's check out the bottom lane as Gingy-Mech still trying to play defense. Wall is down, and here they come. Orb barely missing. One more shot should be enough. Yes, there it is. 4th kill of the game for the PrimeApes, and let's take a peek at the kill count. 2 on the board for Chen, 1 apiece for Lucio and Leeming, and just the 1 death on D-Prime's Raynor. Looking really solid in the early portion of this game, as they are about a quarter level ahead of their opponents, heading in towards level 10. Looking around at these talents, I don't see anything too off-kilter. It all looks pretty standard. Quicksilver bullets to pick up from Draymane, I think makes sense here to give him a bit more range, a bit more poke. And 5 stacks already for Lunar Blaze from Lunara, trying to hit as many Lunar players as she can. Off to a pretty good start so far. Camp just spawning in the bottom lane. Raynor gonna hop on it immediately. Joined up by Leeming with Mal'Ganis and Lucio holding the vision. There'll be no contest on the camp. That one easily picked up by PrimeApes. Top lane, still Chen and Dahaka here with Joshua Scott taking pretty good lead. Gingy-Mech's having to play careful and actually using a burrow there without any heroes nearby.
I shall land in a moment, as will.
Might end up seeing the drag now as the barrel is being drinking from. It's not going to be too much, so let's check out what's happening down in the bottom. Mal'Ganis looking for some claws, not going to connect as Jaina steps up. A big orb to the face from Leeming. But the camp's going to be cleared, and no one yet on their bruisers yet. Left side is active, right side 2 seconds away, now spawning before our eyes. But I don't believe that the PrimeApes will make it in time over to their bruiser camp, so they're just going to push this halftime and try to do it very quickly, as that bruiser camp was picked up very fast and could be here in response now with level 10s. It might be zombie step any moment, but they're just pushing up a wave, going to wait until the halftime is secured, and now try to play some defense, I'd assume. Bottom lane is being cleared up as quick as possible, as the zombie steps are just waiting around their own Immortal, looking for someone to be left out alone. Is it the Chen? No. Is it the Raynor? No. Nice penetrating round by G-Prime, keeping the Haka back as a big orb connects out to 3 heroes. Here's the Carrion Swarm and the Hyperion. but not a lot of heroes getting low on the side of Zombie Steps. They're very sturdy now with Arthas having those ghouls out. It's Chen in his Panda Pals in a lot of trouble. Just the one of them still standing. They might need to think about retreating from here as a two-man Lunar Flare connects. Rainer's gonna fall. The barrier just a moment too late. And Li Ming yet to find the first kill of the fight to get a reset. Well done. Zombie Steps looking really good in that fight. Very defensive with the Arthas popping the ghouls. The Army of the Dead provided so much survivability. And Dahaka never fell. Got a lot of Dark Swarm extra essence out. As Chen's going to try to hop back in along with Li Ming. Just a little bit more poke needed to get this Immortal, and they do get it. But Chen will fall in the process. Mal'Ganis trying to keep them here. But once again, no kills, as it's just Gingimex playing defense with this Dahaka, getting so much extra spell armor with his level 1 talent. 50 spell armor while Dark Swarm is active. It's basically a walk in front of Li Ming Orbs Town.
The demon moves for the gates of heaven.
This is the second Immortal being thrown out in the top lane. And I think this second one will be enough to get the fort down. Frozen going to step in. A few heroes in defense, but now without that fort, they need to be careful. Army of the Dead has been popped. But being slept, good Night Rush by Mal'Ganis holding Zombie Salami in place. But they're not going to chase in along with this Immortal. It's going to slam onto the tower, but it will remain standing.
The demon's attack
That'll be
has
it.
failed.
One structure down
We
so
have
far.
not seen the end of him.
And not a lot of luck with the Immortals, honestly. Getting through one fort with two of them doesn't signal to me the best value, but they're going to look for some kills here. Sleep onto Arthas. Not enough follow-up available. I got the worst hiccups right now. Excuse me. A couple camps available. Chen currently on the one in the bottom lane, but look who's walking in. Gingimex gonna have this scouted out. And Joshua Scott gonna walk away, or will he might re-engage this after it's captured. There's the isolation thrown out on Chen, but quickly gonna dissipate after I think about 4 seconds or so. It lasts for 3 seconds. So Chen's ready to go, has Panda Pals ready to rip, but needs to stay on this point with the team showing up. Here comes Mal'Ganis. Gingimex very low, getting knocked back, and Dahaka will fall. Camp stolen away by the PrimeApes. And they still have their Bruiser camp available. I'd assume they're going to walk that way now with the Immortal spawning in less than 30 seconds. Mal'Ganis, Chen, Lucio, and Rainer. And there's also Li Ming. The entire team going to help get this Bruiser camp down quickly. Opposite side, same idea, but still another 5 seconds to go until it spawns for Zombie Salami, and Twang. That a lot to say. So a little bit ahead will be the PrimeApes, as now it's Jaina in trouble. Zombie trying to run away, dropping that Blizzard onto a few targets. Nice heal from Tyrande, keeping her safe for now, but the sleep does come out on the fort. Chen taking shots now. Has got to be careful as Lucio starting to skate away, getting rooted by the Howling Blast and stunned by the Lunar Flare. Has to use the barrier. Now backside, here's the Haka throwing out the isolation onto Lucio, who's still trying to skate away. Chen's going to be here in support with that keg. As the Haka takes another chunk of damage, Carrion Swarm coming out from Mal'Ganis, keeping himself alive. Great stun again. The Lunar Flares have been on point from Tyrande, and that'll be enough to secure the kill onto Mal'Ganis. What a fight. You gotta credit Zombie with these lights out flares on the Tyrande. And already at 17 stacks on Lunar Blaze. We're only at the 12-minute mark. Some pretty good numbers. Joshua Scott gonna hop in on Chen, but not finding enough to follow up that time from Li Ming. Zombie Salami getting low, popping the ghouls, and having to run away. Twang also very low and has got to be careful. As now Mal'Ganis is back on the map, will be full strength for both sides, but look at the aggression continuing to come out from PrimeApes, willing to press in minus their tank right now. They're going to get some value onto this Immortal with Frozen now finally getting here. Heroic advantage is in favor currently of the Zombie Step, so They can look for a fight here, and they're gonna find it quickly onto Mal'Ganis, instantly rooted and stunned. Not even close for Mal'Ganis. He couldn't even move around. The full burst combo. Oh man, I didn't even see that being chased down. My apologies. Jaina finding Chen with the water elemental. Plenty of damage in the kit for her. That's going to be a quick halftime after finding those kills. Gingy-Mech's going to be just fine. Also able to walk away with this Dahaka. Nice pickup at level 13. The Primal Swarm basically ends up being a moving Hunter's Mark at that point. Paired in with the Tyrande, going to be very effective at taking out heroes. You already know what Jaina and Greymane can do. With all his armor reduction, this team is getting very scary.
We stand victorious.
Currently sitting up 6-5 in kills. Here come Zombie Step. I keep almost forgetting their name, and I don't want to say it wrong. Zombie Step. 3 kills for Arthas, 2 for Jaina as they're entering the top lane with their first Immortal of the game, finding a quick pick on Leeming. In the wrong spot at the wrong time. 14-minute completion on Eternal Hunger. Arthas ready to go. The Immortal's going to remain in range form until that shield is down. Now moving past the wall, going to walk all the way onto this fort. And there's going to be plenty of firepower here to take this thing down. Nothing holding back Zombie Step now as the Immortal with 75% health about to be approaching a keep wall. See what's happening down on the bottom. It's the Dahaka versus Chen, but there goes Joshua Scott up towards the top lane, or is he? Now making the move back down, going to stay in defense up against the Dahaka, but we want to watch this Immortal. It's on the wall right now, pressuring in, getting through it, and one of the towers. Here goes tower number 2. That'll likely be it, but ultimately a successful push with the objective for Zombie Steps. They got a lot of value, and now are even going to drop back onto the siege camp in the top lane. No one coming to chase them in, so should be all there. Dahaka might be in trouble again as Chen is in chase. Needs to be some sort of stun from Mal'Ganis, but not going to be able to find it that time as Zombie Step is quickly making this rotation back down. Here comes the Sentinel, not going to hit anyone, but does reveal a few heroes in its path, but they're going to be too late to defend the siege camp. Picked up once again for PrimeApes. Look at this, user camp attempting to be invaded. Is Chen here in time? Yes, he is, but doesn't stand on the point. Thought he was on the point, but wasn't. Pops the Panda Pals, leaves on the 3. There's the Ice Block from Jaina, keeping her alive for an extra moment, but ultimately ends up falling. Resets for Leeming are ready to go, but they need to lock in one more target. Here's the tunneling claws from Dahaka, trying to get Gingy-Mechs out, as the Lunar Flare is not going to connect that time from Tyrande. Dahaka will fall. A double kill for the PrimeApes, but they have to defend this top lane keep. Bruiser camp here, siege camp here as well, and just one minion wave and one panda in defense. Will it be enough to slow this down? Joshua Scott gonna try, and should actually be able to do it. Bottom lane fort's gonna fall as a Bruiser camp was just grabbed by Zombie Steps. That's gonna be pushing the bottom lane during this objective, unless they clear it out right now, and they're gonna try to do that. There it goes. Well done by PrimeApes.
I will deliver this realm from your corruption, Hellspawn.
Neither team racing as of yet. Defensive position set up by the PrimeApes. Defensive position set up by Zombie Step on the opposite side. Who's going to make the first move? Both sides without their solo laners. Chen split out. Dahaka still running back from base. But here they come. They're going to be ready to go. Chen at about 75% health and 30 seconds away from Panda Pals. Heroics will favor the side of Zombie Step, just now getting Shadowstalk back online for Tyrande. They got everything ready to go. And here comes Arthas, going to look for that lead-off Howling Blast on a target. Who will it be? Might be Raynor, but not going to find it yet. Good stun, going to hit onto the Mal'Ganis, but look at the backside. Jaina, excuse me, Greymane. That's Jaina? It's Jaina. She's so low. Kind of looked like Greymane for a second. They do find the kill on Chen. Also Mal'Ganis. The entire front line now dead as a 2-man Lunar Flare is going to connect from Tyrande again. Zombie trying to chase them down, but decides to turn around, push this thing to halftime, and hopefully get themselves their second Immortal of the game. Long death timers for Mal'Ganis and Chen, who almost had that first kill of the fight on Jaina, but didn't quite get it. You hate to see it when that happens. And that's going to be a full shielded Immortal. Raynor going to get just a few shots off, but ultimately going to amount to not much. Howling Blast is going to connect. Here comes the Cavalry trying to help out Arthas. But Lucio enough speed to help get G Prime out of there. Bottom lane is where the Immortal is headed, so going to quickly try to clear up this lane and get it onto the fort as soon as possible. Just now respawning, here goes Chen to the top lane. Mal'Ganis going to join up the squad in the bottom lane, but they have to make a defend on this fort, and it's going to be extremely hard. No wall available. And look how quickly it's getting shredded. Ranged form with this Immortal, and so much damage from that Blizzard of Jaina. No Chen here in defense. This could be scary for the PrimeApes. 75% shield remains on the Immortal as it starts swinging away onto the wall. One tower down. The Haka's going to step up and get some Dark Swarm damage along with this Blizzard of Jaina. They get the second tower down. Now still 50% shield. It's approaching the keep. I don't know how they save it from here. They have the Hyperion. Here it comes. As Arthas is going to try to pressure them off the backside. Needs to be careful about hitting any of these heroes. The Keep's going to start targeting Arthas now, but the Keep does fall in time. There's the barrier as Chen popping the Panda Spells, leaping on the 3. Wave of Force hits a few targets as well. The Haka's down. Now it could be Arthas. Zombie Salambi's so low. Lucio trying to chase him down, but not quite able to get it yet. 11th might fall, and he will. They do get 2 more on the way down. Still chasing the Tyrande. Zombie in trouble, but they got to give it up. Immortal is on their core, and the shielding's down, and the core is sitting at about 50% health. Make it 40. This thing's getting a lot of value, and now at any time, the backdoor option will be available for Zombie Set.
Rest for a time.
A little bit of time to get some stuff done. They're going to start up this siege camp. Going to be scouted out by Tyranda's Sentinel there. But she's super far away. Really no meaning in having to check them out other than to know where she might be safe. And seeing that vision, they're going to start up the Bruiser camp. Jaina with so much wave clear, getting right here Icelands at level 7, giving her those cooldown reductions on her Q. And makes getting Merc so quick for her. Opposite side of the map, Bruiser camp will be attempted and will be picked up by the PrimeApes. This is top tier Tyrande play, by the way. This Lunar Flare, if it was still stacking, would be at like 30 or 40 by now. And these Sentinels have been on the money. Always giving valuable information. Always helping scout. Always doing the right thing. Zombie. Maybe MVP here so far in game number 1. Waiting on Immortal number 5. Each team's won 2 of them already. This one could be the end of the game depending on which way it goes. 10-10 is our kill count. I'm going to quickly throw those up on the screen as we're sitting deadlocked at level 21. It's going to be the easy side, both teams able to race without having to worry about defense in their face. But a little bit quicker, look at this on the left-hand side. It's Zombie Step taking the lead into halftime. Having to play defense, there's Frozen looking for some Fellclaw stuns. Not going to find it yet as Greymane able to escape. There's the amp it up from Lucio trying to keep the team supported as the Tunneling Claws help get Gingimex back to safety. Here's the damage burst onto Arthas. He's going to be fine. Pools are popped and Mal'Ganis will fall before the Carrion Swarm goes out. Backside is Tyrande falling. No more support. No more game 1 MVP for you. Greymane's going to fall as well. Now Li Ming, she's the one being chased out. Doesn't have a teleport away, but they exchange out their mages. Ultimately a 3 for 2 in favor of the PrimeApes. Still looking for more on Gingimex. They finally turn their focus onto the Immortal. Raynor knowing exactly where his job needs to be. And they take the lead now, heading into the end portion of the second half. Will Zombie Salami and Gingimex be enough to get this Immortal down? I do not think so. Should be easily going over to the side with the Rainer here. And there it goes. Got to be careful down in the bottom lane, though. 3 catapults approaching the core. And these heroes are pretty far from respawning. Chen has to go back to base. Rainer also going to show up. They're going to save the core, save that remaining shielding. But they have to show up for this Immortal unless it, you know, it's just going to get instantly cleared out. I doubt they want that.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
Gonna get a nice clear onto the wave as Lucio trying to escape everyone forward as quickly as possible. Stun's not gonna land there, but with Chen showing up, still 40 seconds away from Panda Pals again, not gonna be of too much use in the fight. Now Ganis still has the carry and Swarm, but they don't even have the Hyperion right now. Gonna make it hard to push in. 8 seconds away from Rainer, and they're gonna wait it out. 5 seconds now until that Hyperion's back online. But this Immortal effectively gets nothing done for the PrimeApes.
The demon's attack has failed.
Good dismount there onto Mal'Ganis. That's going to also help reveal as they're walking around in this jungle. Top lane's in trouble. A few catapults locked onto the keep, and this is going to fall. No saving it from here. Bye-bye, keep number 2. Siege Camp just picked up in the bottom lane as Rainer's working on the one in the top lane. They're going to have to Hearth. They know this is spooky with the core sitting at 28%. Any attempt onto this core could be game over. So they're going to turtle back in base, try to hold them back until the next Immortal phase. And them showing up is enough to scare away Zombie Step. They drop onto their Bruiser Camp now. As the Haka going to move to the top lane, clearing out the Siege Camp that was just secured. Patient play, exactly how you got to play it at this time. But definitely going to be favoring the side of Zombie Steps. They have the catapult pressure in both lanes. And for the PrimeApes, they only have the catapults coming periodically at this point. So they have to look for picks. They can't let this Immortal race stall out. And it's not often you end up seeing the 6th Immortal. But here in game number 1, 25 minutes in, that is exactly what's about to happen. Bruiser Camp's going to be able to be cleared out, but top lane's going to be an issue. Catapults are still mounting here. Second one on the way, and look in this wave. No catapult spawning here for PrimeApes. So it's going to be in their favor as the fight's taking place. Jaina goes down early. That's the fight that the PrimeApes needed. Now with Greymane really low on the backside, can Chen finish him off? Doesn't look like he will be able to, but they are surrounding Arthas. Need to watch out for this tower as they're starting to take a few shots from it. There's the carry and Swarm trying to get out the Mal'Ganis. Chen is very low, but one Panda surviving and escaping. 5v4 on the map for the PrimeApes, looking to close out this game number 1 with their 4th Immortal of the game. They won that last one, which was their 3rd, but they've only gotten down 2 structures with those 3. Arthas in trouble, and the teleport in from Li Ming, finding the kill. Now it's the Haka maybe in trouble. Gingimex walking around, but now out of essence. Is there a stun? Yes, there is. Big cursed bullet, but it hits a low health. Mal'Ganis not getting a ton of value as the Haka still trying to pester them off. Might be in trouble this time. No, Gingimex too good. The Haka too good, really. I love that hero. Rainer gonna race all alone as the rest of the team gonna play defense. Big drag landing onto Chen, but follow up Lunar Flare. Not gonna be there in time. This might be full shielded. Is it? It's gonna be full shielded. So if you are Zombie Step in this situation, you gotta think about just running past them towards the core. Top lane's going to be an issue. 2 catapults here. Looks like Li Ming was thinking about clearing it out, but now Chen gonna call her off. There goes Joshua Scott. And this thing is officially fully shielded. Working on the keep that was started during the last Immortal. This is the 3rd one that's pushed down this lane. 3rd? I think it's the 3rd. Maybe it's only the 2nd, actually. I think the first 2 might have gone in the top lane. But nonetheless, this should be enough to get through the keep as long as they can get any sort of poke damage out onto it. Here they come with the Hyperion, gonna pressure back all the members of Zombie Step. This keep very low, and the Immortal still with the shield. They're getting ready to move on to the core now as Lehman getting a big blast of that orb. Gingy-Mech's in trouble. Here comes those big roots from the core's new mechanic. Slowing down heroes who get stuck inside as Chen's popped his ultimate, looking for damage. A big barrier onto 6 different targets. Gingy-Mech's very low, ends up getting the kill, but the core is dropping rapidly as the Immortal is still very healthy. Will be able to close out game number 1 after 28 minutes and 28 seconds. The PrimeApes escape with victory. Wow, that was a long match. 28 total minutes. But what an effort from both sides. 14 to 15 the kill count. Honestly, could have gone either way with expert plays on both ends of the field. But ultimately, it's that final fight, the early pick onto Jaina, making it very difficult for Zombie Steps to come back from that. It's 4 Immortals in the game for the PrimeApes as they secure their first win of the night on Battlefield of Eternity. Here's a look at our talent screen before we move on to a break. I gotta say a quick thank you to everyone who's shown up tonight. 31 viewers out there checking out Division C East tonight. Very honored to be hosting you. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your stay. And I want to encourage you, before you may or may not leave during the break, make sure you hit that follow button. Definitely the place you want to be to watch NGS action this season. Right here on twitch.tv/murderrg. You don't want to miss it all season long. I'll be back in about 2 minutes as we set up game number 2. Welcome back into twitch.tv/murderrg. You are watching some Division C East NGS tonight. We got the Zombie Steps up against the PrimeApes, and so far it is the PrimeApes up 1-0 in the matchup, taking a late game victory, 28 minutes and 28 seconds on Battlefield of Eternity for their first win. Don't yet have our lobby link. Trying to reach out in the NGS chat, trying to figure out where they are at in the process. So we're going to stall for a minute and hopefully hear back from them momentarily. I want to thank the Green Mist once again for being with me tonight. Being quiet, but being effective as a co-caster here with me. I take up a lot of the airwaves. And all that dead space you hear, that's the Green Mist coming in, talking about Zombie Steps and PrimeApes and giving their input, but it's hard to hear the Green Mist sometimes, so keep your ears open. No word from either of our captains. Okay, there it is. It's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 2. Who picked this? I'm not quite sure yet. Oh, I got a sneeze coming. Woo! 3. Oh, usually it's just 2. It was 3. Wow, those were powerful. Murda, tell us about your hat. So this is a Chuck Finn hat from my hometown of Charleston, South Carolina. It's got a little shrimp boat on there. And the company, they're called Chuck Finn. My fiance actually won this in an Instagram raffle. She had like submitted her name to be entered in the raffle. Her name got picked and she got a whole bunch of free stuff, including this hat. There was another one they gave me too. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right here. Hold on. So is this hat I'm wearing, and then this other one here, which that's an old bridge that used to be in town. The old Cooper River Bridge. No longer standing. They took it down. It looks like we're ready to go. Game number 2 about to be underway. I'm letting them know I'm ready to go. Sneeze into your elbow, dog. I'm at home alone. I mean, my fiance's here, but she's my germ buddy. Yeah, I probably should sneeze into my elbow, but nothing to worry about. You guys are fine. Ready from me, ready from the PrimeApes. Just waiting to hear back from Zombie Step before we load into this second draft for the night. Tomb of the Spider Queen, the selection, and chosen by Zombie Step. So first to ban will be the PrimeApes. Just need to get their ready check. Man, I ate a bunch of Chinese food right before coming on stream, and mixing with drinking water. I keep getting these like horrible hiccups. Elonia says, I was just playing. Okay, so did you sub out? It doesn't look like we have any subs. Here we go. Draft number 2. Will Singer saying, nonsense. It transmits over Ethernet just like it does over 5G. Okay. Red band first, and that's the PrimeApes. Game 1, took away the Vala, took away the Blaze, took away the Diablo. I don't know if we're going to see the Vala here again on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I'd maybe like to see, I'm thinking about banning out a Johanna, her strongest map. Who else has been really good here? Maybe take away something like the Mephisto. Mephisto's been so strong recently. Instead, they're thinking Mage and they're thinking Kael'thas this time. Opposite side, sticking with their Stukov ban. Zombie Steps, wasting no time to decide on what they've agreed to be a target ban this evening, taking out the Stukov in game number 1 and following suit here in game number 2 as well. Appear to be informed on what their opponents want to select. As Joshua Scott going to make this decision for their second ban of this game number 2. Will it be the Blaze again? Yes, it will be. Blaze taken out for the second time tonight. ETC was taken out in game number 1 in this spot by Zombie Step. I don't see why that would be a bad idea. Although, like I said, I think I'd rather see the Johanna taken out here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Will they make that adjustment, or will they stick with the cow? They're going to make an adjustment, but onto a hero I wasn't expecting to see him banned there. It is Draymond.
For the Horde.
And that means Johanna's available and picked up very quickly by the PrimeApes. So Zombie Step now going to have to respond to what is the strongest tank on this map. They find the ETC they banned out in game 1. Gingy-Mech's going to play the hero, was playing the Dahaka in our first game. And they have one more pick here. they find themselves a Sylvanas. It is getting very warm here in my office. I might have to roll up the sleeves for the rest of the night. There's one, and there is numero dos. Speaking of numero dos, it's picks number 2 and 3 for the PrimeApes. Probably want some damage here. Gleaming and Oriole.
Shade swap.
Shade swap. Okay. I'm gonna swap shades around. Who requested that one? Make sure I call you out in chat. Lock Voltura, my main man. Appreciate that. New shades for you. Oh, baby. NGS shades on now. You'll love to see it. Out here supporting the Nexus Gaming series as we see Chen, the final ban from Zombie Step. One ban remains for the side of the PrimeApes. Game 1, they took out the Diablo here, but I don't think they want to in this spot. Instead, they're going to end up banning out Fen 9. AKA Phoenix. You know, F-E-N and then Roman numeral 9. Fen 9. That's what I call them. It's fun. You can steal it if you like it. If you think I'm corny, let me know in chat. 2 picks now. Picks number 3 and 4 for Zombie Step. They find their healer. It's going to be Ana for Zombie. And in the solo lane, it's Leoric. A very strong map for the Skeleton King. And this might limit the pool a bit for PrimeApes as well. Seeing the Leoric on the other side. Do they want to go with a big body bruiser? Or do they switch it up here? Maybe go for something a bit lighter like a Thrall. Maybe something like a Malthael could work out for them. The Last Rites will help out the Li Ming getting that first kill and that reset that they struggled to find in game number 1. Instead, it's just going to be the Yrel and Haiva going to pick up the Raynor. So they end up with the same 2 damage dealers, Raynor and Li Ming. Same ones they had in game number 1. And the final pick will be Zagara. Oh god, if you guys saw that game in between the doubleheader last night where I played Zagara, apologies for wasting your time. I was like, Zagara's good, right? No. But maybe she'll be good here. We're not going to count them out yet. But I do have to ask you guys at home what you're thinking. So I'm going to open up another poll. Who will win game 2? Zombie Step or PrimeApes? Poll is open. Head on over to chat. Select the team you want to win. Make sure you hit submit. Votes are right up there. Zloth in chat saying, looking fly murder. I like the shades. If you like these shades, you got to reach out to Carve. I don't know where he got them. The company is called Spy. Here's the little case they came with. Spy. Very high quality. Really enjoy them. I've worn them a few times on stream already. And having that like NGS orangey red. Oh, baby, you love to see it. So if Super Carve RG is out there, thank you for these little Secret Santa gift he got me last year. And I've really been enjoying them. I'm going to pull up our poll results. Keep an eye on it throughout the game. But I want to encourage you, if you haven't voted yet, now is the time as we load on in to game number 2.
The battle begins.
And time to talk about some blue side heroes. It's Gingimex playing the Chen. Excuse me, that's ETC. Although that hat kind of looked like Chen and we saw him last game. Excuse me. Zombie Bombi on the Sylvanas. Twang going to be playing the Leoric. Zombie Salami on the Zagara. And Zombie on the Ana. Make some noise. They're known as Zombie Step.
3, 2.
Here on the red side, it's Frozen on Johanna. G Prime going to play the Raynor. Haiva on the Li Ming. 11th playing the Oriole. And for the solo lane, it'll be Joshua Scott on Yrel. Make some noise for the game 1 winners, PrimeApes. And we did just get a hydration request. I'm going to do that off camera, but Lock Voltura, I assure you, water is being had. And it is fantastic, I'll tell you. Gonna see some roaches fall from the sky from Zagara, but this early in the game, not too much of a threat. Gonna need to build it up a little bit later on with some more of those talents, but I do like seeing the corpse speeders picked up at level 1. Paired in with their level 7 talent later, that's gonna definitely help out. But what option is she gonna go at level 4? Will it be the poison? Will it be the Medusa Blades? Very interesting hero, and it's gonna provide a lot of extra wave clear that they might be missing out a little bit with the Sylvanas until a little bit later on when she gets a bit more explosion with her kit. But for now, a lot of this wave clear are gonna be relied upon by the Zagara. Cookie Monster in chat saying they make really good snowboarding goggles too. That might make sense why Carve picked this brand, because he's a very avid snowboarder. So that makes sense. I mean, his name Carve, it's like carving in the snow with a snowboard. Yeah, now I get it. Hydralisk gonna chase away the Rainer towards the top lane. And now they're gonna have a big engage on the G Prime, has to use the well. Fountain being sipped, and no one had to donate 100 medallions to make him hydrate. You can kind of see the struggle that Li Ming's having in this one with the wave clear, a lot more wave clear heavy dependency on this map. They really need to have the Johanna start these off if they ever want to get through the waves, but if it's just Li Ming throwing orbs and a few auto attacks from Rainer now without the Exterminator here on this map, it's not going to be easy for them to keep up with the wave clear that Zagara can bring out. So you're going to have to look for these, for the side of PrimeApes especially, to rotate together, rotate with the Johanna, and allow her to use that Condemn onto these waves to help set them up for a quicker wave clear for Li Ming and Rainer. Yes, Will Singer. The loyalty currency on this stream, they're called medallions. I made that up. I take all the credit. I hope you like it. And again, if it's corny, feel free to make fun of me in chat. Bottom lane, let's take a look at this. We haven't seen it yet all game. It's Leoric up against Yorel. Joshua Scott playing the harasser role in game number 1. Might not be as easy here in game 2, but getting some value with the mace, pushing back the Leoric. I think I like this Yorel pick. Trying to turn in some gems. It's Johanna holding on to 26, but you already see 41 in the bank for Zombie Step. They just need to get their ETC to one of these egg spawners, and so much vision being provided by Zagara should make that job much easier, but Gingy Meg's gonna have to make a decision on which one to walk towards. So far, trying to head towards the top side, but a lot of defenses here from the PrimeApes. Now with, there she is, Johanna gonna rejoin the fight. It's just down at the bottom side, turning in some gems. Twong holding on to 20 as well. As, oh, ETC does sneak away up towards the top egg spawner. And that's gonna be the first objective of the game. This one being in favor of Zombie Step. Here comes Leoric from the bottom lane, holding on to 23 gems, has to be careful, and will immediately have to Wraith Walk away. A lot of damage coming his direction. I just said these web weavers were for Zombie Step. I was completely wrong. What was I thinking? Yeah, these are picked up by PrimeApes, red side web weavers. I'm sorry, not paying attention at all apparently, and I look like a fool. A lot of gems still being held up here. They're going to have to be careful not to take a fight and lose any of these, as a bunch of gems are hitting the turf right outside of the wall. DTC going to be able to walk out to pick them up, now holding on to 22. Jules Scott trying to come in with Yorel, taking a chunk of damage, as now Zagara getting pressured out by Johanna. Not enough follow-up yet, still no first blood here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, as there are 68 gems on hand.
Reclaim the gems of my power.
for Zombie Step.
No mercy.
I completely was reading that wrong at the start of the game. I thought they had turned in like 40 gems, but I was looking at the gem carry total. Yikes, Murda. Is this your first time casting Tomb of the Spider Queen? Maybe this season. Maybe the second time this season? You teams have got to pick this map more often. I really like it. I don't know why teams don't like playing here. As typically, I think the better team ends up winning. I don't feel like this is one of those maps where you sneak away and lose a game late. I mean, if you're pushing in, you're getting structures down early. It is so hard to come back because you control the middle of the map. You control these egg spawners. You make it so the other side can't turn in. And you get to keep the pressure up with catapults. Why not? So we might be level 10 until we see our first blood. Here's ETC trying to turn in some gems and barely avoiding the orb from leaving. Gingimex gets him in. Now power slide onto Rainer. G Prime. Just as I said, it might be level 10 until it happens. They secure the first blood of the game, and here come, officially this time, some blue web weavers.
Descend upon the red team.
New York once again going to make this rotation up from the top, up from the bottom lane rather, holding on to the Entomb this time. Here's a sweep on Durell. She doesn't have a leap away, but does have Armed Defender. They're not going to rip that Entomb as of yet as the Web Blast comes out from the Web Weaver. A lot of follow-up damage from Sylvanas with that halting wave over the wall. She does pick up at level 7 Festering Wounds, so that's going to apply 3 stacks of the Banshee's Curse every time it damages a target. And you can see if it hits onto all those heroes can be very scary with 97 stacks of Unfurling Shadows. Jeez. This is going to be spooky late game for Sylvanas. How do you... I mean, you can't. At this point, Sylvanas is just a beast for the rest of the game. It's only 7 minutes and 50 seconds, and she's almost at 100 stacks. Top lane Fort, the only one to fall. Pretty good value as they get the first structure of the game for Zombie Steps. And there is a siege camp available on the bottom side of the map. Looks like they might be heading that way, but they need to be careful not to reveal themselves in this wave. Zagara going to throw down a Nidus network here behind the wall. Is Zarel going to stall out this turn-in trouble? No access to Ardent Defender. Joshua Scott has got to be careful from here. Is able to join up with the squad and hop the remainder of the distance away needed. And now going to defend this turn, and ETC is down here. There's Gingimex once again looking to get 22 gems in the bank. Shield Glare going to interrupt at that time from Johanna. 30 gems being held by Frozen. They're going to need to be careful as well, as ETC continually trying to jam in these gems. Finally gets them in as the Shield Glare just a split second too late from Johanna. Here comes some more gems, 12 and 13 for Twong and Zombie Bombi. They're all in. And now it's just 7 more needed. And Zagara, the hero holding on to them right now. The Zombie Step going to make this rotation towards the bottom egg spawner. Stall out the Arel, throw down some Roachlings. And might start up the channel here. Zombie Salami, yes, no, hello? No channel yet. Going to be Leoric stalling them back. Raynor going to step in looking for the penetrating round interrupt. Gets it in time. G-Prime in trouble. Could be an Entomb here. Could be an Entomb. Yes, it is. Locks in 2 heroes for the follow-up. Not quite there from Zombie Step as Yarel able to step in and take some damage. Here's a stage dive on the 2 backline targets. Big slide on the 4. Joshua Scott's around and just got Ardent Defender back up. Might need to immediately pop it. There it is for Yarel. She's going to survive. And the first kill of the game coming out, Leeming looking for a reset. PrimeApes on the money. Few gems hit the ground, but not enough to stall out the remainder of this turn-in as Zagara sneaking away to the top egg spawner. Can Zombie Salami get him in time? Yes, they can. Barely able to get him in before Raynor shows up. Second straight turn-in for Zombie Step as they're looking to get their second structure of the game down. Top lane going to be about at midfield, but should be pressuring very deep as there is a catapult spawning, and of course that web weaver about to deploy. And here at mid, power slide connecting on the Johanna. A lot of damage from the Sylvanas. 132 stacks on Unfurling Shadows is making it very difficult for Johanna to stay in here without her iron skin. Even the Yrel, if she doesn't have that ardent defender, she just can't step up and make a defense against Sylvanas right now. But they're able to save this wall with the help of Gleaming. A lot of poke from her and the Rainer. Feeling very strong, but they're gonna have to make a defense not only in the top lane where Zagara was just up there pushing, but also down here in the bottom lane. 4 heroes stepping in, including the Sylvanas, and now Zagara about to join as well. Yorick might find a pick here. No Entomb? Yes, has Entomb. Didn't pull the trigger though. Those are the targets you want. Rainer and Ariel? My god, if you got one of those down, you're pushing down this keep right here. They're going to try to get the fort at mid. There's black arrows from Sylvanas being unleashed as the face melt going to keep Yrel back. Some damage from Zagara onto the fort as the minions approach the second tower. It's going to fall. But the fountain is going to stand. They're not going to make an effort to push in and clear it out. Now only holding on to 39 gems. The opposite side, 112 currently on hand. Picking up their bruiser camp, they're going to have opportunity to get the turn in here, but Yrel may be in trouble. Holding on to Ardent Defender and will pop it early. 38 gems on hand, and Joshua Scott not willing to donate those to the other side. They want to turn these in. Haiba holding on to 14. G-Prime with 6. The primary amounts are on both of their frontline targets, the Yrel and the Johanna. 138 stacks on Unfurling Shadows is the worry right now for PrimeApes. As they start to look for some of these gems to be turned in. Top side, G-Prime locked inside an Entomb. There's the Crystal Aegis with the backside of the fight. Huge stage dive from EGC. Power slide finishes off the kill onto Rainer. Li Ming trying to keep them back and will be able to. If there was out there Rainer, a few gems going to hit the ground. I don't know if they were picked up or not. I don't think they were. As the Black Arrows show up again from Sylvanas, with the Bruiser Camp's help, they should be able to get down their third fort of the game. Bye-bye, Birdie. See you later, fort. They still don't have enough gems as of yet, but they are going to cash in what they have. And find a few more in the bottom lane for Sylvanas. Now just 19 gems away from getting their turn in. Topside, need to be careful and play defense as Johanna able to get in 45 gems herself. So still needing 6 gems. Not really having a minion wave to get them off either. They're going to have to be patient. Going to get a few in right now with the Sylvanas. Although Johanna stepping into the pit and a scare back zombie bomb. Now going to need a sleep from Ana to keep Frozen back. There's the anti-healing grenade. And here goes Li Ming once again. Those 6 gems will get cashed in this time. Zagara going to pick up a few more in the top lane. But they still need one more on hand before they have enough. And the Yorick going to also have to turn in a few, holding on to 2 himself. I mean, actually, all these gems need to go in. They have a lot of heroes holding on to them. And not having just one isolated gem carrier in this instance is not going to be helping them out at all because they're going to have to work on getting multiple heroes channeling at the same time. Not an easy feat to do when you have all these heroes in your face, including this Rainer. G-Prime playing so aggressive. Look at him just auto-attacking on the front line. No tank in front, but finally getting some support from Johanna. Frozen going to step on in. Along with Yrel taking the big leap in. Joshua Scott now below 50% health. Pops Yard Defender. There goes the Wailing Arrow, but I don't think it hit anything. Leaping in even deeper. Yrel trying to finish off Zagara, but they get the Sylvanas instead. A very good target to kill first. And still in chase is the Johanna. But they're going to stop it there as Yrel turning towards the egg spawner, looking for their second turn-in of the game. She will get it as the Yorick just a moment too late.
Join the red ones in battle.
And they can go back-to-back here. They have enough on hand already for another turn-in immediately following this. So we'll see how much they can get done, how much separation they can add onto the field coming out of this objective. Maybe find some of these Nidus network worms and take them down to help neutralize the attack from Zagara. There goes one of those Nidus network access points, and the Sleep's going to come out, connect onto Ariel. 11th in trouble, and now stuck inside an Entomb. Has to pop the Crystal Aegis, and it's enough to help finish off the Leoric. Raynor credited with the kill as the reset's coming out for Leeming. Doesn't connect any more orbs onto any more heroes. Haiba still in chase of that elusive first kill of the game. Actually, no, 2 kills already belong to Leeming. Excuse me, how dare I? Oh, big blessed shield. Wave of Force gonna not help out Leeming's case, but does get the kill with that Calamity teleport. EDC, great stage dive on the backside, but now Gingimex in trouble. Gonna get Wave of Force back and a lot of magic missiles. Gonna finish him off. There goes Sylvanas, but the whip from Ariel almost enough to keep Zombie Bombi in place. But the double haunting wave gets Sylvanas out. Won't be able to save this boss. I think they're gonna start it up. And also look for the turn-in. There goes Yarel and Leeming. They've got enough on hand to get this turn-in. And with Hero still working on the boss, it's going to be a lot of damage for the top lane in just a moment. No attempt at a defense coming out at all from Zombie Steps. PrimeApes in prime position to get the first keep of the game. Boss and Webweaver spawning in the top lane for them. No catapults with them, but this should be enough to get through a keep if they play it right. They just need to be careful not to get picked off early. They even have the Hyperion from the Raynor. Oh, they have to burn an early Ardent Defender though for Yarel. And Johanna so low on HP too. T-Prime, you gotta throw that Hyperion out, my dude. This boss already at 50% health. We still haven't seen the attack come out. And now finally we're gonna get the Hyperion, coming out a bit late, but we'll get some value onto the keep as the boss still sitting 50% health. The Webweaver's still here. They get through a couple more structures at mid and bottom. As Yarel trying to get out of here, they do get the keep. And will make a safe disengage, now heading towards the mid lane where the Webweaver standing here with an enormous amount of minions along with it can help get through this wall. Definitely that one tower, maybe the second tower as well. No second tower. But first keep of the game is dead. We are now at level 20. It's going to be indestructible for Johanna. Word of Glory for Yarel. And of course the Shield of Hope for Ariel. And you certainly can't discount Execute for the Raynor. Solid picks for them, but they have to continue finding kills like that last fight if they want to win this. Not looking too confident, if I might say so, when it comes to pushing in on these new structures. They appear very timid, just waiting for the fight to come to them, rather than bringing the fight to the other team. Glad to see they're able to get that keep down. But want to see a bit more in some of these fights when they're fighting on the enemy side of the field. Just a few more gems needed. Both sides looking for turn-ins. It's 47 already in the bank for Zombie Step. But without their outer forts and all these waves pushed up on the blue side of the map, it's kind of hard to make it to the middle of the field. They've lost all their vision from Zagara. Most of the creep is down, although she does pick up at level 20 endless creep to make it last a lot longer. And here comes the fight. Big Whip gonna lead off onto Leoric. Moving in deeper now is Yarel, but there's the Wraith Walk to get Kwong out of there. Stage dive comes out, doesn't hit too much, as they might be able to disengage this. Still holding on to the Entomb is Leoric, but not going to use it yet. Kwong in a lot of trouble, stuck inside that Hyperion. Will end up falling, is on the backside of Tyrell. Just used the Ardent Defender, so out of the defensive utility, but still pretty healthy, able to walk right back, hopping over the wall into the saving grace of Ariel. They get the kill that matters and almost have enough gems on hand for their turn-in. Just need one more wave until they have it, and they're going to find it here at mid. There goes Raynor, whittling down a few more of these spider butts for him. Yarel's going to be the one picking them up. And there they go. They get their turn, and Yarel diving deep, anti-healing out from Ana. Joshua Scott almost paying with their life, but the Shield of Hope going to come out from Ariel, keeping him alive. Oh no, is this a DC? Nope, we're still here, but we did have a slight hiccup there. Apologies, all of you in chat, but we are still in the game, so I don't feel too bad. Mid lane Webweaver might be their option, although we do see Raynor and Li Ming showing up in the top lane. There's triple catapults there with Leoric playing defense. Webweaver now going to join up. It's Zagara playing defense at mid. Just the Ariel here pushing in on offense. A very odd split right now as there's 4 heroes in the top lane. Trying to push in towards Zagara. 3-man anti-healing grenade from Ana. But there was no healing available as Ariel still hadn't shown up. And now they just have to rotate away. Webweaver's down. Mid lane's been cleared up by Zagara. And bottom lane, it's just going to get a wall. It is not going to get this keep by any means. Hyperion is available for Raynor. Will G-Prime want to cast it here? So far, no. Avoiding the sleep from Ana, the sleep dart. Able to walk away. Checking the timer on the boss, just 18 seconds till it's back up. I knew it had to be soon. And at this point, no gems available for the PrimeApes. How do you win from here? They're going to need that boss. I wonder if they're just going to force it. Set up a bush park, maybe look for a kill. They're not finding the fights here in the open lane. Looks like Yrel might be checking out the boss, making sure no one's inside. Also keeping some valuable vision points set up. But without any sort of fight in a spot that they want, I don't see how, at this point, the PrimeApes win the game. They need to catch them off guard. They need to have this Johanna waiting with a good blessed shield. And they need all of the follow-up ready to go. These bodies on the front side, the ETC giving himself so much armor, the Leoric, a pretty sturdy health pool. It's hard to find that first kill for the Li Ming. Maybe would have liked to have seen the mouthfeel. I'm surprised they didn't pick him up. Oh man, this is the play. They know they need the boss, and they're gonna go for it. I don't think Zombie Steps has any idea. They just want their turn in. And they're gonna get the turn in, but this boss is gonna be secured. No way they get up here with just 10% remaining. They're gonna make the run though, but not in time. Here goes the top lane boss onto a lane with no keep. They're gonna have to play defense here. Big Sleep landing on the Johanna. Anti-healing coming out from Ana as the backside is ETC using that stage dive. Big buried alive from Leoric, locking in multiple targets, but Ariel able to keep them alive for now. Frozen trying to step in with that indestructible on Johanna, trying to find the first kill of the fight for the Li Ming, but it's Li Ming the one who ends up falling first. Sylvanas with 198 stacks, finally able to put them to use, getting the first kill of the fight and keeping this team alive for now. Bosto is on the core. They lose their ETC. Who's here in defense? Just Sylvanas. Now showing up, there's Leoric as well as Ana, but Heroes on the core along with it. Finding the stun on Leoric. Kwang in trouble. A lot of damage, so now Zagara having to show up as well. 50% on the core. The boss still healthy with another slam. 30% damage still coming in as game number 2 in surprising fashion ends up going over to the PrimeApes. A 2-0 domination tonight over Zombie Step. And let's take a peek at this match summary. Once again, brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. What a set that was. The PrimeApes able to walk away with 2 victories that very easily could have gone over to the side of Zombie Steps. These teams are much closer than the final result is going to show tonight. A lot of applause and credit needs to go out to our blue team for playing extremely well. Definitely staying in there to the late game. Impressive play by a lot of these players from an individual standpoint, but they weren't quite able to put it together when it mattered most at the end of those games. Congratulations to the PrimeApes as we take a look at our talent screen. I think maybe we give the MVP to Yrel? Maybe? I mean, she did enough to like harass back and poke out and leap on and be a nuisance. I mean, that's what Yrel needs to do. The space goat just needs to hop around like a mountain goat. I'm going to reach out. Who did I talk to? G Prime before the game. See if he's available for an interview. Interview NGS voice lobby. Ba-da-da. Looks like G Prime is going to join me, and I am joined. Welcome to the channel, G Prime. How's the team feeling after that 2-0 victory?
Happy, a bit out of wind. This was a bit of a stressful set, especially game one. But I guess the secret's out. Last time we won, we said we were coming for everyone. I don't think anyone listened.
Well, you gotta throw it down when you win, right? You gotta show some confidence and show your teammates, especially when they listen to these interviews, that, hey, our captain has our back and he's saying we're gonna win this entire season.
This is confidence and assurance. There's no one in Div C except maybe Lubu. Got a fluke win last week when we threw. None of you can hold a candle to us. We're coming for all of you. We're coming to Div C. Nothing. We're coming to win Div C. Nothing else than that.
Oh my gosh, the PrimeApes are savage. I love it. Let's talk about the match tonight. Game number 1, Battlefield of Eternity. You guys started off banning out the Vala, banned out the Blaze. Looked like you guys had a bit of a target ban, specifically coming out to their solo laner, which tonight was, I believe, Gingy Mex, although did play the ETC in game number 2, so I wasn't quite sure who their normal solo laner was. But you target ban out the Blaze twice tonight. Is there anyone on your team you want to credit for doing some scouting?
All of us. I think we all took the time to go and check what they played. We saw that literally everyone bans Blaze against them. I don't get it. Blaze is about as useful as nipples on a man. I really didn't get the point, but we banned Blaze. This seemed to be their thing. That works. I also would question the ETC with stage dive. I know game 2 they had a comp to try and avoid fighting. We had a comp to fight, so I think they should go for. I think they should have went for Mosh Pit, especially with Entomb. They would have had a fat combo.
Yeah, a few good entombs. There was one at the end of the game. Looked pretty scary to me. A few heroes stuck inside that buried alive in game 2, but. You know, I got to credit 11th with the big save, Shield of Hope. A big, what is this talent or ability called? It's the Ray of Heaven that did a lot of healing and really saved the day during that buried alive at the end of the game, which ultimately ended up leading to the win. Were there any other moments tonight that you felt were so solid that maybe myself as a caster may have missed, but you noticed as a captain?
I'd like to credit the whole team for game 1. We have these moments where we lose our heads, we play like monkeys, and we start inting. We did that halfway through game 1 because we were well ahead, and we made it extremely difficult. Everyone kept their cool. We came back. I'd also like to credit 11 for saving my KDA at the end of game 2 and making sure I don't die in front of Core. I barely got out in game 1. He made sure to preserve his captain's KDA in game 2, and I appreciate that.
2 very long games, though. We made it post 20 on BOE. I think it was 28 minutes and 28 seconds. A total of 6 Immortals had to be secured until the end of that one. And then in game 2, Tomb of the Spider Queen, 24 minutes and 20 seconds. Do you feel as though maybe fatigue ended up being a contributing factor because perhaps Zombie Step started losing focus on the final goal of winning those maps? Maybe you guys had a bit more fortitude in those late game sessions.
I think we can fight better than anyone in Div C. They had a very siege-heavy draft in Game 2, and they didn't want to fight. We had a draft to fight, but we had to wait to scale. Not that we don't have heroes that are strong early, but compared to Sylvanas and Zagara that can just absolutely push a wave early, we had to focus way more on sieging early and fighting later. As soon as we started fighting in Game 2, that's when it went to our advantage. Preventing turn-in instead of going for cams that we knew we potentially didn't have time to do. It was just prioritizing the right things. Game 1 took long because when we started throwing, we had to always watch for the back door and just be really patient.
Yep.
But they had such a heavy single target damage comp. Frozen did a wonderful job of calling bullet every time it came out, and we knew we could fight at that point.
What were the comms like during game number 1 when your core, I think, was down as far as 30%? Obviously, a lot of focus came out at all times, making sure someone's playing defense, someone's clearing out catapults in top and bottom lane. But what's the, in that situation specifically, what's the comms like between your team and who's really stepping up to be that voice of the saving grace?
We're a bunch of monkeys, so it's always a bit chaotic, but it's always making sure that everyone's aware of our ult timings when we can fight or not. We've had a tendency to pick fights when we're not in a position to all fight, calling the Dahaka every time he burrowed, and making sure that we just have everyone there to fight with all the tools. And this is when we start fighting better. We had a fight with, I think, at the bush, Jaina came in a bit early. We insta-gibbed Jaina, and we knew that was the fight from there. And the Immortal, I think that was the one that gave us the win. So it's just a matter of staying calm. And like, we had a massive troll last week, so I kept saying don't throw early game before game 1. And we had the joke where we wanted to throw game 2, because I think game 3 last week for us was a massive blunder. So we joked about repeating that in game 2, but we made sure we didn't.
Is there anyone else left in Division C East that you're most anticipating to play against? You already mentioned Lubu, but it sounds like you've already played him. Is there any other team that you just can't wait to have that match happen?
I want to go after a World Hunger Avoidance team. We've scrimmed them a few times. They've got a whole bunch of games played already. It's one of the ones I'm looking for, because I think the scrims where there's one scrim where we won everything, but it was still a relatively close set despite the score. So I'm definitely looking forward to week 8. We're coming for you, Michaela, and I'm going to stomp you.
There you go. You heard it here first on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. G Prime, solid effort tonight. A big comeback in game 1 and a steady trigger finger in game 2, enough to give you guys that domination. Before I let you go, I want to give you opportunity for some shout outs. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Division C East, we said we were coming. You didn't listen. We're here. Start paying attention. Who's next?
Savage. I hope someone clips that. Put the clip in Division C chat. A lot of fun, friendly banter. G Prime, definitely appreciate you stopping in for this interview. I want to wish you best of luck moving forward in Season 9.
Thank you very much. Thanks for casting. Have a good one.
All right. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye. All right, chat. So that's the end of match number 1, but oh, are you ready? Because tonight we got another doubleheader, just like last night and just like a few we had last week, casting as many NGS matches as we can all day, baby. So I will see you guys back here 10:30 p.m. Eastern, about 34 minutes from now. I'm going to leave the stream up. I'm going to be hanging out, setting up stream assets. I'll be here in chat if you want to talk with me, but if not, be sure to be back in about 30 minutes for the start of that match. It's going to be a rematch of a match that I had last week. The Choo Choo Boys versus Team Rainbow Strike Go, Division D West. You don't want to miss it, because this is that double round robin division where they already have a bit of experience playing against each other. And it was a really fun match last week. I'm definitely looking forward to the other one tonight. So I'll see you guys back in 30 minutes. Grab some water, grab some food, grab a friend. And I'll see you guys back right here when I return.